jumped off the court.
Oh, look at that bounce. Another
into as anything.
Yeah, Miles, I just think I'm not sure if you agree, but
I agree.
we do know now who they're going to play, because when the draw came out. Oh, the return. Just outstanding. That's wide of the... He gave him the opportunity. So
around as well.
Serious pace on the forehand from 30 start. Serve. Oh, had to be well balanced on the backhand.
And for Casper Ruud, I mean, he loves, what he wants is a big, high flight. He likes warming up, still get that morning sort of coolness where the ball's not quite in.
So far behind the baseline. Great time to play.
Might be long, but it's not wide enough.
Well, he would have been in the stands. And with that return, drilling it into that.
Tribute to Cobolli's ball striking, the disguise perhaps on his ground strokes. Rude.
He's made that. The length again was just outstanding from Cobolli.
Is this something he'll do towards the end of this one? Any chance he can get
First-time finalist later on. Take that, certainly, Cobolli. Ruud really trying to put it deep. Such has been the display from Cobolli today. He's been able to dictate, go on the front foot. Back in behind. He mixed it.
Yeah, sorry, Robbie. I mean, one of the things I've always thought about Ruud is just how balanced an athlete he is, and he's been caught out a few times.
Set point. What a sizzling set of tennis that was from Flavio Cobolli.
6 games to 1.
Taking on the two-time winner in Geneva, the top tenor Casper Ruud. He won that set 6-1 in 26 minutes. Smoothest game so far for Casper Ruud.
First game, second set.
First match he lost in Geneva was last year. That was in the quarterfinals to Nicolas Thierry, 3-6, 7-6, 7-5. 2 points away from winning it in the third set on the Jerry serve. After that deep run that he had in Rome, Jerry, he didn't end up playing Geneva this year. Beaten by Alexander Zverev in that Rome final. Zverev, a former Geneva champion as well, beating Jerry in that final a couple of years ago. And just to connect the dots, speaking of Zverev, we know who he's going to face at the French Open. It's Rafa. Your thoughts on that, Miles, when you saw the draw?
Do you want me to tell you which court that's going to be on?
That took skill just to make sure he didn't touch the flower bed, maybe the backboard, to get it in play. Such was the great serve.
And awareness and speed from Cobolli. He wants to use the drive volley effectively a few times. Get up there quickly before Ruud can recover.
He was wrong-footed. Having to guess because of the pace off the balls in his forehead.
Exactly that. Don't see that from Casper Ruud too often. He's rushed him by almost hitting through the middle of the court.
Not many are able to do that, are they, against Ruud, especially on a clay court where he likes to take it on the forehand. As we know, he's backed up in that corner, and then the space is able to be exploited on the backhand. He's just ripping it.
Yeah, there's a couple of players, Ruud and Tsitsipas in particular, that come to mind, who move really well to that forehand side. Because they love to run around, they have to be able to cover that line ball.
Well done.
You know, when you get into the sort of position Ruud is there is a lot of space, and of course if you hit it like that, then you don't need to cover it, but you can't do that all the time. So many tall players solid in that backhand wing and guide it up the line. Perfect flight to it. High tone, just pushing Cobolli back, making it extremely difficult for him to continue to be aggressive. to manage at the moment because he's hitting the ball so cleanly, he's not going over the top and sort of just taking on absolutely everything. Still managing your game to a degree.
There's some respite there for Ruud. One of those forehands catching the tape, and also the next one going to the net. He's going to come in, have a closer look. Rubbed out by Cobolli. Building some momentum on serve in this set. Casper Ruud, unblemished, but it is Cobolli. He was a set to the good in the semifinal.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Is your shower trying to tell you something? Is getting in and out of the bathtub becoming a safety concern? Are you worried about the cost of a bathroom remodel that could go on for weeks and weeks? Well, now you can have a gorgeous new bath or shower that's safer at a price you can afford with a one-day jacuzzi bath remodel.
It was done the same day. We did not have to wait. It is amazing.
I would give this whole experience an A+. I definitely wish I would have called sooner.
From soft close shower doors and adjustable shower heads to features like grab bars and custom seats that combine safety and style, it's never been easier. Get your free design consultation, schedule your one-day installation, and start loving your new bath or shower right away.
Only weeks left to get waived installation and no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-992-8219. That's 800-992-8219. Call now.
Absolutely crucial for Ruud now, with not allowing Cobolli to take those big swings, make it as difficult as he can, if he can.
Good bounce back ability there from Cobolli. He may have felt like he should have gotten that first point.
Couple misses. I think as well as he can play, it was sort of one of those purple patches for Cobolli. To sustain that throughout a match is going to be quite something.
Indeed. Just a few more misses.
And the depth was there for Ruud, wasn't it? It's a tough ball for Cobolli to take on for anyone. Simply loop your ball coming into a good length and then to take it up the line as well.
He went for it and made it. Turn around in the second set.
Well, we never did doubt Ruud's perseverance, did we? Just doing what he can to make life a little more difficult for Cobolli, just drawing a few more errors.
That's it.
15. Love 15.
Started with a bye, did Ruud as one of the top 4 seeds. Then he beat Sebastian Offner 4-6, 6-2, 6-2. Now 2-0 against Offner. Last 2 sets, and that one only lost a combined 10 points on serve. Didn't face a break point. Getting those balls he wants on that side.
I'm sure that's a lot more how he envisaged this match unfolding. Oh,
15 or
rarely have we seen Cobolli in those sort of positions, off balance. That's why it's time to unload that big forehand.
And those are the forehands we saw him exchanging with Sebastian Baez. His previous match in the quarterfinal, 6-3, 3-6, 6-4. First 2 sets, just 1 break separating the set, the to and fro in that final set. Baez able to get back on serve. Ruud couldn't serve it up, but then he was broken. And last 2 points, 30-all in that last game. Dead net cord winner for Ruud, and then Baez hitting a double fault to end it. Of course, there was a big apology from Casper after that net cord winner.
Expect that. Ruud is just trying to find that range. Not only the ball striking for Cobolli, but he moves well into the bargain. Puff there.
I think the second set playing more of the terms of Ruud.
Yeah.
He was the one defending there, Cobolli. I generally do tend to see him wear his heart on his sleeve, Cobolli, when he plays tennis. Similar to another one of his idols, Fabio Fognini. Fine work defending there, hat to Ruud, especially on that backhand wing. He's looking good in terms of forcing a third set, Casper Ruud.
Second one, just pay a separate fee. Call or log on to buybeactiveplus.com.
As he is facing Cobolli. Cobolli, he was facing a top 10 player for the 3rd time. 2 other occasions coming at Grand Slams. Last year, French Open, first slam, main draw, went to the qualies, and then drew Carlos Alcaraz. Tight 3rd set, but straight sets for Alcaraz. And also this year, Australian Open against Alex de Minaur, who by that time inside the top 10. That was won by de Minaur in straights. just a little flummoxed. He's looking at this stage.
Yeah, just starting to unravel.
Oh, he was outdone by Ruud. He didn't see that coming, Cobolli.
I mean, once it's been played a few times, it's just a little closer to the front of the opponent's mind. And that movement and balance again, just starting to show.
And perhaps a little of his inexperience also beginning to show. Well, he unloaded one of those, rip it, and if he made it, maybe a bonus.
Just how about the timing? How little effort goes into that strike?
Back in this game now.
30-40.
Well, it was the only shot he could play, really. That slice inside the court, Cobolli missed.
5-1.
5-1 now. And now, as we talked about right at the start, you know, the winner of this one having to play a couple of matches today. This is 48 minutes in, so it hasn't been a long one. Certainly not in terms of time.
There's been sets that last well longer than the two combined here.
Quickly out to 30 love. He's going to have to regroup.
Contents 30-15.
That's it. Come 2 set points.
40-15.
Going long, and the defending champion in Geneva has come back strongly in set number 2. 1 set to decide who'll go through and make the final. And after Ruud takes a second by the same score as the first set, 6-1. Just like that first game of the second, maybe it was an important game for Casper Ruud here for Cobolli. Massive game.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It's huge for him just to drop the anchor there. The last 5 games in a row went very quickly against him.
Doesn't often use the slice. Well, he's pulled it out today. It's helped him a few times, Ruud.
15.
I think there's a couple of things in play. Just 25 years old, Ruud, but obviously vast experience. And despite the tennis Cobolli played, he would have been asking, can you continue that? And if you can for 2 sets, that's just too good. Cobolli to recognize the total difference in the body language. To recognize that first set was brilliant, but it was kind of one of those where everything worked for him, everything went his way, and to realize that it doesn't often go like that throughout the course of a match. For whatever reason, we kind of put a psychological line in the sand, don't we, after the set?
Left second service.
But I guess these tennis players, a lot of them perfectionists and backing themselves, playing that first set that he did, and maybe disappointed. Maybe in his heart of heart bleeding. It's going to be hard to do against Ruud for 2 sets, but because he did it in the first, well, what happened here in the second?
It's, as I said, the experience of recognizing a match and recognizing, your player's been, your opponent's 7 in the world. He's been as high as 2. He's tough.
Difficult chance for Ruud. It was taken away from him, in truth.
And accepting and recognizing that you might have to change things on the move, and you're not playing as well as you were in that first set. You'd have to stay in the rally for a little bit longer, be a bit more patient, just tweak your game plan. He's not too impressed with his own forehand pass there, Ruud.
Yes.
And smile when you're the dad. The employees can't afford to smile.
Good point. I won't follow that up with any questions. Oh, too good. A little wrong, it felt like with the return.
We all know the questions, and we all know the answers, right? That was a brilliant forehand.
Get through that game and saving break points. And that just settled the young Cobolli.
Yeah, you get those moments. You mentioned it quickly. Maybe the first point of that last set, Ruud just scrapping and stealing a point, and those little moments you don't realize at the time, but they can be significant and perhaps more obvious. But just a moment for Cobolli to think, well, I've got to dig in here a little bit. Not this guy's, Casper Ruud is a tough professional. He's not. Life's going to be difficult against him at some stage. You've got to work through those moments if you can have a chance. As you say, the first 2 sets haven't been overly physical, so both guys will be in good shape. Different question when you're sort of at this scoreline, 2.5 hours in, and
just a bit of frustration in that last game when he couldn't get that break. Ruud has to be careful here. Meanwhile, Cobolli's just weathered these storms this week, as players often have to do when they go deep. He's banned an early break in his first match against the former Slam semifinalist Azan Karatsev. A lot of injury toll to contend with for Karatsev. Ended up winning that. Cobolli took over the big match for Cobolli in terms of comeback against Ben Shelton. He was down, set down a break deep in the second, and with the serve, the way he played Shelton, it didn't seem like there was a way back for him, but he did rally once he won that second set tiebreak. Very smooth third. That was a big point. It goes the way of Cobolli. Now we're about to see one of those two-game shifts.
Oh, was Ruud just a little tentative with that approach, given the fact he just missed 2 forehands? It was just beyond the service line. Probably a long way back, but no lack of power. Difficult option, trying to get it up the line.
15-14.
Tough to take that ball in that direction, but just sort of slightly into his body.
Taken out of his hands.
30-14.
Couldn't save the third. He dug in. He was on the back foot early.
New balls, please.
2-love to the Italian.
Excellent defensive work. And it's a really disappointing game, I'm sure, for Ruud. A couple of forehand misses to kick it off, that backhand.
How much will be thinking about that forehand on the break point in the previous game? He was referring to it. Brilliant stuff.
Well, thinking a little clearer once again. This one did catch Ruud by surprise.
He's back in full flow now. That could be ominous for Ruud given the way the first set went. Back in behind, it's dropping on the line, and it's all going his way again, as it was in the first set. Has some breathing space in this third set, does Flavio Cobolli.
Ruud's been a little vulnerable, hasn't he? I mean, this last service game was poor by his standards. There's 3 unforced errors. So he's not up against, Ruud at his best version. So it's always, I mean, that's the challenge, isn't it? Managing where the risk you need to take, how aggressive you need to be.
For a younger player, a little more difficult sometimes, especially when they're playing the way that he did in the first set. Feels like he can keep it going, and maybe more of that match nous will carry over in the years and the matches ahead. And he's getting a lot of practice now. He's going to be at this level for a while, you would think, because of his ranking where it's at. Drilled past him. Some venom on that.
Well, the good news for Cobolli is it's another game gone by without having to invest too much. I think he must still feel fairly fresh at this stage, just over an hour.
First time serving and volleying, and what a volley.
Brilliant in the timing and also the execution. Take a look where he gets that volley from. He keeps it so low, even if Ruud's there, there's little he can do from that position.
He'd gone with that kicker out wide so many times on that ad side. No wonder he was leading that way, Casper. 7 aces now. A serve +1 to follow.
40-11.
The point, but he was able to turn around the point in his favor with that backhand down the line.
Yeah, and off a heavy forehand. I mean, you could feel the weight of Ruud's shot.
40-15.
Just thinking, I mean, fascinating to see where he ends up, isn't it? I mean, whether he wins or loses today, but the shot-making ability, the all-court abilities, movement.
You were saying? Lashing it into the corner. A confident-looking Cobolli builds on his lead in this third set. 4-1.
Pickleball fans, the wait is over because Pickleball TV is here. It's a new network from Tennis Channel with unrivaled live coverage of every event, featuring the world's best pros and mind-blowing rallies. Plus, world-class instruction.
Challenge yourself and make it a little harder.
It's Pickleball 24/7 all year long. PBTV. Watch on pickleballtv.com and your favorite streaming services.
The biggest names in tennis are coming to the clay courts of Paris. Where legends meet upstarts, comrades become rivals, defeat and glory collide. Roland Garros promises new chapters in tennis history. Be there, every court, live. Tennis Channel Plus.
What does good trouble mean to you?
Trouble is doing things that are unusual, pushing the boundaries. Nick Kyrgios gets personal with today's brightest stars as they talk about defying norms and making good trouble. Next up, renowned coach Patrick Mouratoglou speaks his mind about changing the game.
What's one rule of tennis that you change?
Depends if it's an important rule or small things. There are a lot of rules. You're not going to like it. Only one serve.
Okay, let's scrap that.
Hanakuma's Good Trouble. Season finale, Wednesday at 3 p.m. on T2.
Up against it in this third set. Against Cobolli, who is a very good junior, inside the top 10. With the French Open just around the corner, you might recall some of those memories of winning that French Open junior title. 2020, alongside Swiss, actually, and Dominic Stricker, who unfortunately has had some injury problems this year. Dragged into the corner.
As with Ruud's last service game, in some strange way, losing points quickly is kind of the way to lose it. Doesn't allow Ruud to build his rhythm, to take your legs away. Just looking to tick off a couple more service games, Cobolli.
Yeah, another example of that as he went big.
40-love.
Next couple of service games, well, we're going to learn a lot about Cobolli.
Close to within 2 games once again.
Cobolli mène par 4 jeux à 0. 4 games to 2.
Previous event for Cobolli was playing at home in Rome. Made the second round. Lost to Sebi Korda. A match where the fans, were some of them, were chatting away to Korda, which he gave a little bit back to them. Training a lot in Rome. Had a chance to practice at times with Matteo Berrettini, another player from Rome. Speaking of injuries, unfortunately for Berrettini, just looking for that clean bill of health. That's vintage Ruud on those forehands. And the fans get behind him.
High quality point, and well, illustrates the importance of landing a first serve, because he was able to get hold of a second serve and never lost his grip on the point. Cobolli just 8 from 18 first serves landed in this third set. 44%. Dropping.
A huge point that. He was able to take it, and instead of love 30, it's parity.
Well, it was an excellent second serve. That he found the backhand side of Ruud. Not that he can't hit an extremely effective shot off that wing, but it's likely to be less on it than the forehand.
It was somewhat difficult where he was taking it.
That was panicky. I was looking for the shortcut. Didn't really get up to it. Didn't come out in the middle of the racket.
Couldn't dig out one of those for a second time in that rally. And here comes Ruud.
Well, number 7 just raising his level.
15-14.
Tapping the screw, just asking her ever increasingly more difficult questions.
First of the 2 saved. He saved all 3 break points so far in this set.
Can't take a hunt. 30-14.
A break has come for Casper Ruud. First thing he had to do was handle that serve. That he did. And the miscue from Cobolli's having a look at the mark. Actually, Ruud. He's back on. Decided to come in behind it. Didn't have to play the volley.
I almost feel the real match started in that last game. Closing it out, playing when we've got that lead. Cobolli's just faltered. He's got to tell himself, well, you look at the scoreboard and think, well, I'd probably settle for this at the start of the day. Also recognize that, which most players do, but especially champions, when Casper Ruud is backwards to the wall, he was able to find another level.
Toward helping Ruud. Having said that, he still had to shift very quickly with his feet.
Cans 30-15.
Had been working so well for him in the first set, and everything he was hitting, whatever he was doing, was working. There he really was trying to thread the needle right into the corner. Taken away completely.
40-30.
Temperature has inched up a couple of degrees, 17 Celsius. Very, very late call.
It sounds a little bit like ball on tape.
Yeah, he's going to rub it out. Nice gesture by the Italian. Especially in this phase of the match, as things going against him 3 games in a row.
Goes without saying as well, what a crucial game this is. Again, Cobolli with a bit of momentum to try and halt.
See the face of Cobolli. Look at that again from him. Body language has shifted. Meanwhile, they're feeling better. Camp of Ruud. Oh, that previous backhand must have just caught a bit of the line.
15.
Forehand just massive, isn't it? Beautiful timing.
Just using the pace off the backhand, on the backhand volley.
How good is that volley? Just goes forward to meet the ball. Right through it, firm wrist. Out the middle of the racket, you can use all the pace of the pass. That's Cobolli who's been able to just raise it and time his level. And some frustration in Ruud as well. Just worried in the way he played that last game. Forehand missed to start this game, but he's been able to just tighten things up in time.
That time.
He's going to let them slip again.
40-30.
It's a little precarious suddenly, isn't it? And I think frustration we saw, maybe didn't expect that response from Cobolli. Strong response, having had a series of points go against him.
Big first point, as ever, especially in this situation. And it goes to Cobolli.
Couldn't quite just drop that short enough. It was a little high when Cobolli got there. He could still get something on it.
pointed out by Ruud, he's played fantastically well. Cobolli against Ruud. Also still saying, talked about the weather, it's still not really hot, so those forehands not exploding off the court. I think maybe that's some of the frustration from Ruud, especially that last game. He hit a couple down the line.
What a shot that is. Taking advantage of being up the court, the angle was more open for him, but it still takes a lot of skill to pull it off, particularly given the situation. Just so dangerous how quickly he can get the ball from one end of the court to the other. Catches Ruud out.
He has made that some way to bring up a match point.
Unbelievable. I mean, again, look how far back he is. The ball's got a lot of distance to cover. And Ruud's still unable to get a racket on it.
Relief for Ruud and disappointment for Cobolli.
I think he was just searching for that little extra depth, wasn't he, to pin Ruud back.
And he didn't go for too much on his own shot, own forehand. Ruud just kind of asked the question. He would have made that one, it would have been okay. I'm not going to go on that side next time. I'm serving a deuce if he did get another time, Ruud.
Ruud playing the numbers game, surely not two of those in a row.
Yeah, good point. He's out of the game and still in this semi-final, Casper Ruud.
Said might find out a few things about Flavio Cobolli. He's had a couple of good responses when he lost that break. He's come back strong, able to just steady himself.
Maybe that's an indication of what he's feeling at the moment.
Love 15.
Didn't look convincing at all, did it?
He was desperate to cut off that angle for the one out wide. It went to his body. Both making adjustments.
Love 13.
Trouble for Cobolli here. Oh, was that a chance or was it too difficult?
Oh, that's a chance. He's absolutely furious with himself there, Ruud. Got a second look at it.
15-13.
turning in favour for match point. Looking for that length on the backhand. He's also extremely wary of the Cobolli forehand, obviously.
Heaviness from Ruud.
30-40.
Three breaks for both players in this one for Ruud. 3 of 8. Oh, that too was a chance. Oh, getting very tense out there with those net cords. New balls for Casper Ruud, serving standard for a second time. First time, they ended up losing the first point. Had to save that match point later. Here, this point goes in his favor.
15 love.
Big tennis playing family apart from dad. Sister Charlotte also plays. Condition not too hot today. Well, used to train in very cool conditions in one of those balloons. In winter time in Norway. But there was the heaviness. That'll get it a little bit higher on Cobolli. Great length from Ruud.
It's a fine margin, isn't it? You say just keep that length, and it just shifts the balance a huge amount, just enable in what it's safe for Cobolli to take on.
Previous one backed him up, opened up the space for him, and what a terrific finish.
40-15.
It's a stunning shot, not for the first time either. On the baseline, right out the middle, and again Ruud hasn't seen it, hasn't picked it at all.
Just a second double, first of this set.
40-13.
But he has overcome it. A third set tiebreak to decide this semifinal.
Was that nerves? The feet there just got a little static. It's often the first giveaway. You'd forgive him for it at this stage. Here we are after a couple of very one-sided first sets. The third has been anything but.
You leaning one way or the other, Miles?
forward. I'm interested to see what happens. I mean, it's easy to say to go with Ruud, the higher ranked and more experienced, but he's shown some resilience, Cobolli, and he has the ability in terms of shot making to go on a run of points. Right on the fence. There you go.
Fair assessment. He's seen so many of those. He's done that to him. Probably with that serve out wide.
2-0 Ruud.
Going right into the stands. That may have been one of his best of the entire match for Ruud. Builds on it and quite quickly. 3-love.
Yeah, moving things strongly in his favor now. An early break and capitalized.
7-5 in tie breaks this season. Ruud for Cobolli 3-5 after getting that one over Shelton. Big trouble here. Could the race be run for Cobolli?
4-0 Ruud.
He was in desperate need of that point.
4-1 Ruud.
Hasn't played many tiebreaks actually during this clay swing, Ruud. Just the one in Barcelona where he beat Tomas Martin Echeverry 7-6, 6-4. He's into the Lyon final later on.
Not surprising is the great depth on that return. His body language, it's shifted, and I think for me at least, I'd love to see. Yeah, he almost seems a little frustrated and irritated the fact that his lead's gone, and you could understand that, but the next couple of minutes, I could turn all that back round again.
Also interesting to see Miles, his development going forward. When we see the frustration, it's very apparent. Not many of those fist pumps or come-ons. Oh, what was he thinking there? Did he break a string, perhaps?
Yes, he did. And that was a brain. It's tough to be positive about that one. Really did.
Yeah, he looked at it straight away after hitting it. This time of the match, he must be thinking for that to happen. He was lighting it up in that first set. Barely one of those. A few more in this set, in this tiebreak. 4 match points for Ruud. Saves the first.
6-3 Ruud.
for a second time. Had a 4-point cushion. That's been trimmed to 2.
Six four.
Three-set Casper in Geneva. He does it again. And still on course for a third title in Geneva. Had to come back to do so in this one against a Flavio Cobolli who was just lights out in the first set. And Ruud saving a match point as well. He takes it 1-6, 6-1, 7-6.
Well done, Casper Ruud. He looks a little relieved at the end of that.